видосик снимал, рассказывай, как русских убивать будут.
Хлопці, то був жарт, я шуткував, я шуткував, просто мобілізований, я нікого не хотів вбивати.
Ага, мобилизованный, блин. Все вот такие.
Хлопці, не вбивайте тільки, будь ласка.
The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. Units of the Sever Group of Forces inflicted losses on manpower and hardware clusters of 1 mechanized brigade, 1 assault regiment of the AFU, and 1 territorial defense brigade near Atinskoy, Rizevka, Pavlovka, and Besilovka, Sumy region. The AFU losses amounted to more than 195 troops, 3 tanks, 15 motor vehicles, and 7 field artillery guns, including 2 155mm US-made M777 howitzers. 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Zapad Group of Forces improved the tactical situation. Losses were inflicted on formations of 3 mechanized brigades, 2 assault brigades of the AFU, and 1 territorial defense brigade near Monokinovka, Nechvolodovka, Kupiansk, Kharkov region, Kirovsk, Rydkidub, and Yampol, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses amounted to more than 210 troops, 1 tank, 3 armored fighting vehicles, including 2 US-made HMMWV armored fighting vehicles, 13 motor vehicles, and 2 artillery guns. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the UG Group of Forces took more advantageous lines and positions. Losses were inflicted on manpower and hardware of 3 mechanized brigades and 1 airmobile brigade of the AFU near Seversk, Serebryanka, Konstantinovka, Pleshchievka, Ilyanovka, Ivanopoli, Zaria, and Chasov Yar, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses amounted to more than 290 troops, 5 armored fighting vehicles, 6 motor vehicles, and 4 field artillery guns. 3 electronic warfare stations and 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. As a result of resolute actions, units of the Center Group of Forces liberated Myrilyabovka, Donetsk People's Republic. Losses were inflicted on formations of 4 mechanized brigades, 1 Jaeger brigade, 2 assault brigades of the AFU, 1 Marine brigade, and 3 National Guard brigades near Alexandropol, Novoalexandrovka, Ulyanovka, Novolinovka, Novaya Poltavka, Petrovskoy, Dimitrov, Krasnoarmeysk, and Novosergievka, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses amounted to more than 470 troops, 7 armored fighting vehicles, including 2 US-made HMMWV armored fighting vehicles, 15 motor vehicles, and 1 artillery gun. Units of the Vostok Group of Forces continued advancing into the depth of enemy defense. Losses were inflicted on manpower and hardware of 3 mechanized brigades, 1 airmobile brigade of the AFU, 1 Marine brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, and 1 National Guard brigade near Voskresenka, Alexievka, Bogodar, Komar, and Volnoy Pole, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses amounted to more than 160 troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 6 motor vehicles, and 3 field artillery guns. 1 electronic warfare station was destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on formations of 1 mechanized brigade, 1 mountain assault brigade, 2 coastal defense brigades of the AFU, and 1 territorial defense brigade near Stepovoy, Lukyanovskoy, Zaporozhye region, Poniatowka, Tokarevka, and Satovoy, Kherson region. The AFU losses amounted to more than 50 troops, 10 motor vehicles, and 1 ammunition depot. Operational tactical aviation, attack drones, missile troops and artillery of the Russian groups of forces struck workshops of Bogdana self-propelled artillery systems as well as temporary deployment areas of AFU units and foreign mercenaries in 132 areas. Air defense units shot down 8 U.S.-made JDAM-guided aerial bombs and 1 MLRS projectile as well as 74 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy has lost 662 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 56,944 unmanned aerial vehicles, 605 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,310 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,562 MLRS combat vehicles, 24,791 field artillery guns and mortars, 35,394 units of support military vehicles,